just in my gut, knew that somebody was going to be dead.
David stopped to help. The driver and passenger in the wrong way car seemed to be moving, but Wilma was not. She was pinned in her car, the steering column wedged up against her chest. The driver's window was open, but the other windows and all the doors were jammed.
Go out to my truck. I'll get a tool. I'll run back.
I decided to run back to the truck to grab a tire tool, try to pry the door open, or whatever I could do to try to get in to assist her possibly better.
Ma'am?
Another good Samaritan, Matthew White, also stopped to help. The two men didn't know it.
My slice.
What is this?
You ever heard about this?
No?
That's from Tina.
Tina, fees and distrust?
Yeah, she thinks that's how you spell cease and desist.
Yeah. Oh, dear God.
Yeah, try and read it. Good luck.
Stop defunding my character. I have not driven by nobody's house. I didn't write no letter. Leave me, my son, and my way out of your mouth, or I am coming for everything dealt to Dawn. I want the mansion in the sky. Johnny Cochran.
Realized that was the fact that Riley missed those people. And it reminded me of the time when my dad passed away and I was really sad. I was grieving. And someone in my grief group had said something to the effect of like, you know, grief shows us that there was love there was joy there. And I think so often we assume these emotions are completely different from one another, but they're also very closely linked. Joy and sadness can go together. And I thought that was just really beautiful. And off of that, another thing that I loved is the way that each of the emotion characters showed or expressed an emotion that they don't represent. For example, we see joy.
Alrighty guys, I'm gonna just tell you the prices of everything and show myself that I locked this door. And I'm bringing my cart along because I don't want to go back and forth because I just don't want to bring my bag, because with just grabbing my bag all the time it'd be too heavy and I just don't want to do that, come back and forth. Alrighty, so oh wait, let me so and yes, if I do get married, it will affect some of my benefits. Might show it to you tonight if I remember to show it to you. But I just want to see how many videos I can get in a day without recording. So you already know what it looks like out there. I have my new bus pass with me. That was my monthly newsletter. And today, 14 years ago, my beloved Kitty daughter Patty died. She was close to 16 years old. And this month and this year she'd be 30 years old. My baby girl. I love that cat like there's no tomorrow. Again, I wish I gave birth to her instead of her real cat mommy, her biological mom. So, yeah, that's how I really feel about my baby girl. I love her like there's no tomorrow. I love her like how she loves eating her tuna fish. But no, I wouldn't want to eat her up. Okay, that was free. I got my pistachios. It was free because I got them off my health card. And I got my my blood pressure pills. That was $19.98. I told her, hey, that's the year my grandfather died. So I'm gonna grab some food at Quick Trip now. And I counted my leftover money. $139. $139. So my back is hurting like crazy today, so this was Walgreens. $97 remaining. I spent $42 at Quick Trip. I got my cold brew.
I'll come pick you up when you're done.
I got more in the fridge.
I think what makes this case very unique is that all of the witnesses are so credible. We're dealing with very good, well-seasoned police officers that were obviously rather frightened and shaken by this, but also had the powers of observation.
Chip Decker, no relation to Don, and Peter Jordan are the principal paranormal researchers on this case. They believe that somewhere there is information as yet undiscovered which may help them unravel this mystery.
The Donald Decker case, the Rainboy case, is by far the singularly most fascinating and important case I have ever personally been involved in. That does not mean that I believe that it necessarily...
Oh, that one looks like Pennywise.
Men and women were capable of putting their own lives on the line in order to save the lives of others. firefighting isn't just a job, it's a life. And after careful review, I feel it's not a life for you. You're just not responsible enough to be a firefighter.
Inside the casino.
Within a couple of days, or within a day, I knew that he was involved. In my heart, I know he was involved.
Police knew the casino had surveillance cameras that monitored every square inch of the casino 24 hours a day. It was time to verify Al Henderson's story. Al had said that a valet parked his Cadillac and that he entered the casino a little after 9. Surveillance tapes confirmed this. Beyond this point, Henderson's story and the surveillance footage do not match up.
But, I'll tell you something, Joe. I always knew this isn't... I don't see myself anymore. I'm not him. And I'm staying behind the bar, that's it.
Thirsty. I'll bring you soda.
Total control of the situation, right? Anyway.
Wow. Didn't change anything. Close, close.
Right? Because of the...
Laws of physics.
Everything's in human nature.
One of those letters was from a man with an unusual request. He was experiencing strange premonitions which he simply couldn't explain. They were about a murder, and he asked us to look into the case. Independence, Missouri.
Sure, I get you. That'll get up to Sam. You take it.
Tyrone Rollins was hired as a school bus driver. From the beginning, he had an eerie feeling about the rocky outcroppings behind the bus yard.
I'd be setting up in front of my bus.
Tom Dixon. This photograph has been aged to show how Tom Dixon might look today. He's 5 feet 8 inches tall, with brown or graying Los Angeles National Forest of Southern California. 2 bodies are discovered at different times. Both victims appear to be models. And investigators are wondering if this is the handiwork of one killer.
Or heard any strange noises or anything associated with paranormal. It's haunted. I lived there for about 25 years. Never saw anything, heard anything.
But the Smiths insisted that living there was unlikely.
You get this feeling when you're in the room that if this thing was a person, with its little finger it could flick you straight across the room.
We stayed awake till about 3 in the morning, then we just fell asleep through exhaustion.
I realize that I owe you $5,000, but I'm sure I can finagle $5,000 off the cost of the policy. I mean, my company and I, we have a very good relationship.
Yes, I know.
Oh, here. You have a file on me?
Insurance agent, Rotary Club president. Why, Esther. Oh dear, she's not in very good shape.
That's why I need this commission so bad. Look at this. Well,
I wanted to go over to the campsite to inquire, but I was very apprehensive of going. Eventually, I got the courage and went across to see them, to see if they remembered Charles. I'm looking for my lost son, Charles Horvath.
A campground manager said that Charles left quickly, leaving his tent and all his possessions.
I was just numb. I went down to the police station and I was told that they were going to get his dental.
Stay for dinner.
Are you sure?
If you can stand my cooking. With all you've been doing for us, it's the least I can do.
Well, if the boys want me to stay, I'll stay. Sit next to me. No, me. I'll sit in between both of you two. How about that?
I'll see you in a minute. I just have to make a phone call.
I was just dropping off my paper for Reverend Camden. My commitment.
How long are you gonna do this?
God, I'm still a little nervous to go to the psychiatrist again. What if she won't fucking listen to me? I'm going tomorrow, but you know, I can always talk this over with my therapist in the morning at 10:30. So I'm just fucking nervous, guys, and I feel like I gotta poop. Be playing a game really soon, guys. Bingo Blitz. Hi guys. Well, I had to type up a little diary entry, so yeah. Good night, night, night. Don't scare me, Mom, okay? That includes Eeyore and your boyfriend Piglet. My boyfriend is Eeyore, okay? Your boyfriend is Piglet. Oh, and hug and kiss my baby girl, Patty. Oh, I wish I could just hug her and kiss her a billion, trillion, million, gazillion times. when I'm old and gray and go up to heaven, I hope I'll be old and gray. I'm gonna do that. And I hope Patty doesn't say, "Why you stop it? This is heaven, not hell." I just freaking ass love you, Patty, so much. Oh, damn you. Again, I wish cats were immortal. You know? Like they could take a drug or something and have them aged when they're like 5 years old. And have them be that way until I die, for example, and then when I'm close to death and on my deathbed, someone can shoot her up again and have her die within hours after I die. So yeah, that'd be so nice, wouldn't it? I hope in the future someone would invent something like that. I know I'm weird. And you know what I'm gonna do? If I start thinking nasty stuff like, "Oh, Kay was mean to me," and I'll say, nope. I'll say, okay, if I'm in a car or on the bus, for example, I'll say, "Okay, Nora, just say where you are right now. You're on the bus, excuse me, and you're passing a tree. You're passing the bakery. Be mindful on where you are in the moment. Just don't have my mind go to the past at the horrible time, because some of the reminiscing is good. Like where I was probably 1.5 years old and I was camping with Mom and Dad and Justin. Maybe Mom was pregnant yet with Kay. I don't know. You know what I mean? I can vaguely remember that, but not really. You see, but some of the reminiscing is good, even if it's silly, like, oh, the one time when Kay and I went camping with Dad, and the whole night was horrible. He would snore on Kay's side, and then a couple hours later, he'd snore on my side. I'm like thinking, never again am I going to go camping with you. You snore. And I never went back camping with him because I did not like it. I did not like camping with him because he has a snoring issue, I tell you. So, some reminiscing is good, but I'm going to focus on, like, okay, if I'm home alone here, which I am, I could say, okay, picture yourself looking at your cat's beautiful face. She had a black mark, Here, I'll show it to you. Give me a second. I don't think you can actually see that well, but see, black around her eyes. Black around her eyes right there, okay. All white. Kind of brown by her ear, okay. Big super green eyes and pink nose. I can think of something like that, you guys, instead of thinking nasty mean stuff about Kay and, how I felt like I wanted to kill her and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to try to do. That's what I was thinking of doing, So, I'm going to head off to bed now, so...
B11. Round over.
That people are shooting off fireworks like banging noises. I don't know where they're coming from. But my lights are slowly turning on over there. I'm trying to look on YouTube for a story to listen to as I fall asleep, but I'm not finding any.
Okay. The mystery deepened, leaving me with more questions than answers. Days turned into weeks, and I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. I searched online, visited local community centers when I had the time, and even drove around different neighborhoods when I had the chance, hoping to find any trace of Melanie. But there was nothing, no leads, no clues. Months passed, and I continued to keep an eye out for any news about Melanie. I missed our chats, her infectious laughter, and our walks around campus. The absence of her presence in my life left a void that I couldn't fill.
He looked pissed off, and he got angry and said, "You think I can't do it because I'm dumb? Well, you can watch and see, because I ain't dumb." She said sorry and that she didn't mean it like that, but she had to rest now. She dozed off and woke up to a noise downstairs in the kitchen, the room the door from the garage led into. She hadn't heard the garage door open, but she was sick, so she figured she was deep in a sleep and just hadn't noticed. Completely disorientated from time, she looked over at the alarm clock. It was 10:20. Way too early for her mom to be home. At that moment, she heard noises again downstairs. She didn't call out. She had been sleeping in her parents' bedroom and ran into their bathroom, slamming the door loudly.
The things she said that she'd been through, or the things that I've witnessed myself. For example, after we graduated, I had to walk her back to her parents' car, which was far away, because they didn't bother to come and wait outside like everyone else's families and congratulate her. Her fat-ass stepdad always gave off that yelling dickhead energy, and her mother seemed willingly oblivious to her own daughter. It then got to a point where we stopped talking entirely. That is, until she randomly messaged me on the day of my beloved great-uncle's funeral asking for the few gifts she gave me back. She didn't know, but still, she just had to pick this day. Some told me I should have said no and kept it.